UltraGear Gaming Monitor. Numerous forces aimed at the Earth.
Alright folks, welcome back to the third and final match of the first day of Shipfest, brought to you by LG UltraGear, Zota Gaming and Act Fibernet, as we have Team KS taking on Team IK in what is going to be an interesting match because we've got no T61s, and for the first time we have one player not being available, so they're playing with a bot as a substitute. Valk?
Hey man, so third and final game that we're casting today. I think the Igla seems dead in the water to me.
Yeah, I think people are taking their sweet time loading in.
No, the Igla moved forward. I think he's just DC'd, which gives the Farragut, a ship that we haven't seen a lot of in this iteration, a free cap.
Yeah, and they're gonna be grateful for that, considering they are playing with a bot. So that's gonna be
Yeah.
something they would have not expected at this point.
Not just that, if only this poor guy knew that the other DD was AFK, he'd be rushing into A right now.
Yeah,
He's laying a smoke for his Nürnberg. God knows the Nürnberg needs smoke.
yeah. The Laglas has also joined in now.
Interesting choice with the Fuso though. The Ismail is obviously a no-brainer, considering its accuracy and considering how tanky that ship is. But the Fuso, not so sure about that. We're seeing the La Galissonière for the first time. The Aigla, again, I would say is a good ship considering it's got Hydro.
Yeah, but it's only good if it's in the game to help them out. Right? It seems like Floppy has not connected at all, and the counter has started less than 3 minutes before it seems KS is gonna take this one home.
Wow, this is not looking good for these guys. It is not looking good. And the Farragut, no matter what you say, is an amazing ship. I'm actually surprised that we're not seeing more of those. But if they charge in, that Farragut's going to have them for dinner.
Yeah, they
So
did get the early shots in with the Ismail and Laglas doing a bit of damage onto Sahil's Nürnberg. And I think the Laglas is going to have more shots on, and fortunately Ichi going onto the broadside. And will those hopeful torpedoes maybe hit?
No, Nürnberg is 6 kilometers. He's way too far away.
No, the Laglas is... Oh, they just ran out.
No. And the Nürnberg is basically torping in the hopes that he'll catch the Eigler, which is, I'm assuming, still not spotted because he's just too far away.
Yeah, it seems like Floppy hasn't even loaded into the game.
He did, because I think he moved forward. Or maybe I was just imagining things. Oh, he's loaded back in. He's loaded back in. A little too late, but he's loaded back in. Maybe this changes things. Let's see.
They're gonna have to go aggressive, stop the cap points, because at this point it is 90 seconds to the win here for AS, and Sid from Pirates of the Indian Ocean clan, he doesn't realize he's gonna be going.
Just got the Nürnberg. Did you see that?
That's a lot of damage coming out. Is he gonna be able to reload in time, because the Laglas doesn't have shots? And with 60 more seconds, is the Eigler taking long range pot shots but not making it? I don't think the Ismail's gonna get into the caps, and actually no, they're probably gonna get in with about 10 seconds to spare.
Yeah.
That's how close it's going to be.
Yeah, but they're going to have to occupy... Essentially, they're going to have to occupy A.
Yeah, so they're going to have to just... It's very close, the point they're entering from. So they should be able to make it inside. The Farragut has gone far away, Aditya 8901. And, that's going to be a flank coming in from behind. The Fuso doesn't really have much angle, but the Laglas is basically paper armor in front of anything.
Oh,
Beautiful
nice
shots.
chunk on the Fuso. Nice chunk on the Fuso.
And look at that, Floppy Techie has joined in on the fight. He's coming in, and it looks like they're gonna get the A cap. But will Ismail go into those tops?
Ooh, the Farragut stops look good. Ismail has no idea where the Farragut is, and those tops really look good.
Oh, Ismail just turned
This
the
could
wrong
be a
way.
depth strike.
Yeah, I think
He's
this.
turned the wrong way. He's turned the wrong way. He should have turned in, and he turned out, and he's taken 5, 6 stops. No depth strike, but good enough to get the job done.
Yeah, they're basically playing with fire at this point, you know. Ismail and La Glace are one decent hit away. Can they sink the Fuso? The Fuso is a bot, remember, so it's the best chance they're gonna have. But no, the La Glace goes down from the Nürnberg. So it's
And the Fuso misses the tops by just a whisker, but I think the Fuso's going to go down.
yeah,
The Fuso's
fire
going to
on the
go down.
Fuso. The Igel
Yeah.
is chipping in. Now, does Floppy have the awareness to lay down a smoke here for the Ismail?
Well, I mean, if the Ismail stops shooting, he's going to be undetected anyway.
Oh, good
There's
tops
nothing the
coming out
Farragut
from
can do
Floppy.
because he's in in the smoke. I don't
Oh
know if
no, they left. Did they leave the cap? They left the cap.
did they leave the cap? Oh man,
They left the cap.
no, they got it. They got the cap. So the Nürnberg's in no shape to counter attack because he's got barely any health. Even the Eigler on a reasonable day can actually take the Nürnberg down.
Yeah, the Nürnberg with 5000 HP isn't really much of a threat to anybody at this point, honestly.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's something they're gonna have to keep in mind with any fight they take. And now the tables have turned.
The tables have indeed turned.
I
And
think the Ismail can black the Nürnberg right here. Let's take a look at the Ismail's angle here.
that was a bad move by
Shots
the
going
Nürnberg. That was
on,
a terrible move by the Nürnberg.
and
And he's
beautiful,
deleted. He's
beautiful.
deleted. So the Farragut, he's the only one that can pull something off now. The only problem I see is the Eigler's still on reasonable amount of health. And the Ismail, he's healed a reasonable amount of health himself.
Yeah, and
So
suddenly, by the way, it is 90 seconds till IK win the match now.
wow.
Right.
Who thought this would happen? Who could have imagined the Eigler coming back could have changed the match so dramatically, man?
I think it was just like the fact that there was a third target in front of them. I don't think Floppy Techie has contributed that much to the match. It's just that, you know, he's given an extra target, an extra pair of guns to help out.
Yeah, but then you have to realize that the Eigler being there is what's keeping the Farragut so
Mm-hmm. Passive.
so at bay.
Look
Yeah.
at that. Look at that.
Ooh,
know, big moments
he's
call
got
for big
80
plays.
and that's a big chunk. See, that's the biggest problem. Once there's only a DD left, the BBs are free to load HE.
And Aditya's not being able to catch the Igler, not getting his shots right. Needs to lead them more.
Yeah, and this is a bit of a misplay because the Eigler just smokes up, and the Farragut's being spotted by the Ismail. He stands no chance. Although the Eigler is coming out of his smoke, I don't know why he did that. He could have very well stayed within the smoke, had the Ismail spot the Farragut, and just kept shooting.
Alright, this is where you earn your money quite literally with the massive prize pool on the line from LG UltraGear, Act Fibernet, and Zotac. And
Look at
oof,
that last shot, and he's dead.
Farragut
Both
got
each
the
other.
idol. Yeah, the all important kill there, but just too little too late as the Ismail, despite taking 7 torpedoes, if I'm not mistaken.
6,
Yeah,
but as good as 7.
that was quite lucky to have been left alone long enough to have healed back. And I think at the end of the day, KS the bot came back to haunt them. If only maybe
I'm
they.
actually super surprised that these games are ending so quickly.
Mhm.
I actually thought 3v3 was going to be very circumspect. People were going to be careful, save their HP, save their ships.
I mean,
But
honestly, it's thrown our whole live stream schedule into disarray because we expected games to go on for a good 10, 12 out of the 15 minutes, and we're ending up with 6, 7, 8 minute matches with people going in, guns locked and loaded, full YOLO plays. And I think what KS should have done here is play around the bot, follow the bot, support the bot, bait the bot. Right, it
yeah,
is a battleship. It's not a cruiser. So the one decision they did get right is they let the bot pick the biggest, HP pool,
yeah,
and they should have
yeah,
just used it as a huge shield
yeah.
and played around it. But maybe they're gonna learn from that. They do have the third player coming in for the remaining matches, so
Yeah,
all
I
the
mean,
best to them.
when it's a small team, one player missing is a big deal
Yeah.
because that's basically 33% of your team that you have no clue is up to what and is completely unpredictable. Uh, but the good thing about this tournament is because there's a stipulation of one BB, one DD, and one cruiser. I think that's exactly why these matches are getting over so quickly. Had people come in with three Graf Space or uh, three Ismails, we probably might not have seen such pushes.
I mean, I would have preferred, I think, three Prince Idols with
Yeah.
secondary builds. Just sit at the edge of islands and burn people down. But that's it, guys. The end of an eventful day one here of Shipfest from the Esports Club, powered by LG UltraGear in association with Act Fibernet and Zotac Gaming. These players are competing for a 15,000 rupees prize pool and a lot of in-game items ranging from doubloons, the exclusive India tricolor camouflage, and more. If you're interested in World of Warships, make sure you check it out as well. Head on over to www.warships.in, sign up, download, and play for free. And who knows, you might be the next player playing in the next season of Shipfest. Thank you for watching, guys. This is the end of day one. I'm Cap Nara. Big special thanks to Valkyrie. We're going to be back tomorrow with a few more matches.
See you guys.
Numerous forces aimed at the Earth. And injustice. Let the glorious battle begin. Geared up for victory. LG UltraGear Gaming Monitor. Numerous forces aimed at the Earth.